Let me ask you something. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and every person around you, your doctor, your boss, the cashier at the supermarket, even your professor, cannot understand a single word you say. Not because you stopped speaking, but because the language you speak has never been taken seriously enough to build a bridge. That is the daily reality for 2.4 million people in Mexico. People who communicate through Mexican Sign Language, a full, rich, complex language, and yet face a wall of silence every single time they interact with the hearing world. Today, we want to show you how our team is building that bridge. This is SignSpeak. The problem is not that the deaf people cannot communicate. The problem is that the tools simply do not exist at the scale and quality they deserve. There are three core barriers we identified. First, a technological gap. There is a serious lack of accessible, real-time translation tools for everyday interactions. Second, no real-time solution. Existing alternatives are either too slow, too expensive, or require trained interpreters who are rarely available when you need them. Third, social and professional exclusion. When you cannot communicate freely, you cannot access to healthcare, education, or employment on equal terms. 2.9% of Mexico's population lives with this reality. That is not a niche problem. That is a national challenge that technology can and should solve. SignSpeak is a mobile application for Android that translates Mexican Sign Language into text in real time. No interpreter required, no specialized hardware, just a smartphone. Our solution is built on four pillars: an intuitive Android app that anyone can use from day one, an advanced AI engine based on deep learning algorithms, specifically CNN and MediaPipe, trained to recognize hand signs with precision, real-time processing with a target latency of under 2 seconds, and a translation accuracy goal of 85%. And our technology stack reflects serious engineering choices: Android Studio, REST API, Firebase, and Google Cloud Platform. This is not a prototype built on good intentions. It is a scalable system designed to grow. We did not come here with vague promises. We came with numbers. Our four SMART goals are: achieve 85% accuracy in LSM translation, build a base vocabulary of 100 signs for the MVP, each one validated by certified interpreters, complete the full development cycles in 19 weeks, and reach 50 beta downloads from real users in our first month, with a target rating of at least 4 out of 5 stars. These are not aspirational targets, they are commitments we have tied to a specific timeline, a specific budget, and a specific methodology. A great idea means nothing without viability. So let us walk you through the four pillars that make this project real. Economically, we are working with a budget of 100,000 Mexican pesos, including a 10% contingency reserve, and we leverage free infrastructure tiers on AWS and Google Cloud to keep costs manageable. Technically, we are building a strictly scoped MVP. We intentionally excluded features like offline mode to avoid scope creep and stay on schedule. Operationally, our 7-person team operates under a clear regime matrix with defined roles: AI, backend, frontend, QA, and UX UI. And technologically, our architecture integrates computer vision, NLP, and end-to-end encrypted communication from the first version. Every pillar has been stress tested. This project is viable. Let me show you how this actually works. because the engineering behind SignSpeak is what makes it truly different. The flow has 4 steps. The user opens the Android app and points the camera at someone signing. That video is transmitted securely to our backend through a REST API using HTTPS encryption. The AI server then processes the frames using a convolutional neural network (CNN) combined with media pipe for precise hand landmark detection, and within 2 seconds the translated text appears on the screen. Clean, fast, private, and real. SignSpeak is not just a social project, it's a sustainable business, and we have 4 distinct revenue streams to prove it. Our primary and most profitable channel is B2B institutional licensing. Hospitals, banks, retail chains, and the tourism sector here in the Riviera Maya pay for licenses to serve deaf customers without a human interpreter on staff. Second, our SaaS and API model allows any third-party platform, think in Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, or healthcare apps, to integrate our translation engine with a pay-per-use model. Third, our B2C freemium app brings individual users in at no cost, with a premium subscription at around 9,900 Mexican pesos per month, unlocking unlimited use. And fourth, and this is the one that excites us most, is our EdTech expansion, using the same AI engine in reverse to teach sign language to hearing people. But this one is still in development. 4 streams, multiple markets, one platform. Benefits from SignSpeak? Everyone. For companies and institutions, SignSpeak converts a variable and predictable cost, paying a human interpreter by the hour, into a fixed predictable SaaS fee that is dramatically lower. They gain 24/7 inclusive service, compliance with accessibility regulations, and a measurable improvement in their ESG profile. For deaf users, they gain something far more valuable than feature. They gain autonomy. The freedom to walk into a hospital, a bank, or a job interview and communicate on their own terms, with full privacy in real time. This is not a product that makes life slightly more convenient. For the people who need it most, it changes what is possible. Us. Why now? Why here? Because the market is a blue ocean. While the world has hundreds of voice translation apps, real-time sign language translation remains one of the least developed spaces in assistive technology. We are not competing for market share, we are creating a market. Second, our data flywheel. Every user who interacts with SignSpeak makes our model smarter. That proprietary LSM dataset is our technological moat, a barrier competitors cannot easily replicate. Third, our SaaS economics mean near zero marginal cost per new user, which translates into gross margins between 70 and 85%. And fourth, we are not a team from a distant city that read about this problem in a report. We are from the Riviera Maya. We have partnerships with the local deaf community, interpreters, and regional pilot hospital already lined up. Proximity to the problem is our advantage. Behind SignSpeak are 7 specialists, each with a clearly defined role. Angel Jonas leads Android development. Me, your servant, drives the project as manager. Angel David and Christian Daniel handle quality assurance under the IEEE 830 standard. Alan de los Santos leads our AI engineering. Cesar owns the backend and API architecture, and Angel Adrian designed the user experience with accessibility at the center of every decision. 7 people, one shared mission. SignSpeak sits at the intersection of 3 things that matter: inclusion, accessibility, and purpose. Inclusion because communication is a fundamental human right and technology should never be an obstacle to it. Accessibility because the tools we build today define who gets to participate in tomorrow's society. And purpose Because the best technology is always technology that serves something greater than profit. We started this presentation with a question: what if no one could understand you? We are building the answer to that question, one sign at a time. SignSpeak is not just a tool, it's a bridge, and today we're asking you to help us build it. Thank you.